Someone outside Zimbabwe, someone who's in the diaspora, asks questions that needs answers, especially about people returning to Zimbabwe, questions about how they can do things. I'm going to read out the questions and answer them right here with you. They might be helpful to you, especially those that are outside that are looking to return. And for those that are right here in Zimbabwe, this might be a refreshing video. I believe so. Right, I'm just going to read out the question. Seeking your advice on returning to Zimbabwe and starting a business as well. That's the main key point. Dear Sheldon and Charmaine, I hope you are both doing well. It was wonderful to see the progress you have made with your farming business. I am genuinely happy for you and impressed by what you have accomplished. I believe there was nothing wrong with your decision to spend time in another country. In fact, that experience is likely broadened your perspective and exposed you to new ideas and opportunities. I feel that without that international experience, you may not have developed the successful farming business you are now running. It's inspiring to see how you have applied what you learned to build something meaningful back home in Zimbabwe. I am currently planning my own return to Zimbabwe with a goal to establishing a business as well. Given your experience of returning home and successfully building a business, I would greatly appreciate your advice and guidance. I would be grateful if you could share your thoughts on few questions. Number one, where is your farm located in Zimbabwe? I noticed that you have installed a solar power system at your farm. Did you purchase the solar equipment in Zimbabwe? Regarding the boreholes on your farm, did you manage drilling yourself or did you engage a local contractor? If so, would you recommend the company you used? What are your future plans and projects for the farm? I would also appreciate your advice on starting a business as well in Zimbabwe. From your experience, what are the key things that someone returning from another country should consider before investing? For example, understanding the legal and regulatory requirements, registering the business and obtaining the necessary licenses, access to land, premises, electricity, water, and infrastructure, financing options, and investing opportunities, finding reliable suppliers and skilled employees. Common challenges that returning entrepreneurs should prepare for building the right network for business contacts and professional advisors. I would also like to know how you might be able to assist or guide someone in my position, whether it is introducing me to trusted professionals, sharing your experiences, or providing advice during the planning process. Your support would be greatly appreciated. I am hoping to visit Zimbabwe in the near future, and if time permits, I would love the opportunity to visit your farm, learn more about your journey, and discuss my plans in person. Thank you so much for your time to read my email. I look forward to hearing from you, learning from your experience. Kind regards. Let's just say John. I think this is the question. These are the questions actually. It's quite a number of questions, and I've decided to make a video about these questions. I actually talked to the person. My response was like, "Oh, great! I will try and make a video with your questions to help more people who have the same questions." Yeah, that's the reason why I've made this video. And they said, "I thank you so much. I will appreciate that. That's a brilliant idea. Many people like me who are thinking about returning to Zimbabwe to start a business. I'm certain, I'm certain a video answering these questions would help a lot of people. I believe that is true. Right. Let's start with the first thing. Where is our farm located? Our farm is actually in Marondera. This is where we are, guys. We're in Marondera, in the rural part of Marondera. And this is the side of Wenimbe. This place is called Wenimbe. And the place is like, it's a place with quite a lot of farms. There's farms here. These are plots as well. And also, I love the fact that people from outside, like outside Zimbabwe, like right up there are white people who are running farms. So there's these farms, and going this other direction, there are people from outside. They're European people also. Some they say it's not a good thing to say white or black people. We should just describe them where they come from. So here we have European people running this farm out there. That is like less than a kilometer from my place. And up there, over that little mountain you see there, that is like a Douala. If you go further down there, you get to see there are more European people running different farms here. They are doing berries here, they're doing tobacco and maize as well. And also that side, they're doing quite a lot of farming. And also down there, there is also a place with a dam where they're doing quite a lot of different stuff, my dear. So, that is the first thing to mention, the kind of area we are in. I'm not really quite sure about the region, but this region in Zimbabwe is a little bit different from where I come from, which is Rishavani. This side is a bit colder, and when it comes to farming, people do it really with passion, and it comes out a little bit better than in some region that I have lived, which is in the Masvingo side and in Rishavani, to be specific. Right, so this is where we are. Let's move on to the second question that the person is asking. I noticed that you have installed a solar power system at your farm. Did you purchase the solar equipment in Zimbabwe? Of course, yes. In terms of solar systems, I've heard this that solar panels are coming in Zimbabwe without paying duty. I don't know how true that is, but I believe it might be true because of the prices. Solar panels are now very, very cheap in Zimbabwe to buy. You buy very good solar panels at less than $100. At $100, you actually get like the ones that we bought here. We have like 3 solar panels and we're running a 3 kVA. And that 3 kVA is running at 3 solar panels that are 700 watts, which is good. We bought them at $110 each. To be honest, in some countries, those solar panels might be more expensive. And there's no need to buy them outside if you are to buy your solar system. Guys, I just want to tell you something. With the support that we get right here on this platform, guys, we have a big brand that has recently approached us with very great news. With great news that has to do with solar systems. We might have electricity here coming out of a solar system. Guys, just wait and see. I will give you more details once the deal is done. We've already signed the deal. There's a big brand in China who introduced that in the due course. And I appreciate that support we have gotten, guys. It's a big brand, one of the most trusted brand in Zimbabwe from China. That has to do with the solar systems. To be specific, no, I don't have to give you the details for now. Let's move on to the next part. I think they also asked, Evans, okay, regarding the bows on your farm, did you manage drilling yourselves or did you engage local contractors? I would also, if so, would you recommend the company you use? Okay, first thing first, at the farm here, we do have 2 wells, 2 migodi or 2 wells. The first one is right up here and it's 6 meters, and another one is right behind this Rondaville. Let me just go there. And here's what we did. The first one, we found a guy who was digging it. He's a local person who would dig it. And that was the first thing we did. And it is inexpensive. That's why we did that in the first place. This actually costed us like, how much was it? It was less than, it was actually like $10 per meter to dig. And most people actually do at $15 per meter. So that's the common price for that. So we actually did it at $10 per meter, and also there was this thing of building inside, putting the bricks inside. That actually costed another $10. So to be very precise, let's just say $20 per meter when you're digging a well. and building it inside so that it may be strong, so that it will not fall off. And you also have to buy some cement depending on how deep your well is going to be. But as for this one, we haven't done anything to it. As you guys can see, the reason why we haven't done anything to it, we haven't built inside, is because we did not get enough depth yet. When we have requested the people who were digging here, because these are locals as I mentioned, they actually did 6 meters only, and they failed to go further down. I don't know, because maybe they got too busy or they did not get enough time to do it, or I mean they just got tired. They've just reacted and said, we can't go further down. I don't know why. It's not because there's a rock or anything, but it's one of the experiences we have with locals. They can just get tired along the way as they are doing a job if you offer them one. It's very common in Zimbabwe that people can leave your project in the middle of it. That is very sad, to be honest. Right, moving on to the bowl thing that you guys have just mentioned. Oh, sorry, that the person have mentioned. Right, the bowl thing, we hired a company. But the company that we have hired, I would not recommend you that specific company, because I have another company that I've worked with. The reason why I do not recommend the company that did this bowl is because they were not really professional in a way that I would personally like. They came here during the night time, and they spend the whole night trying to fix their rig or their truck or whatever that drills the bore. It took them the whole night to fix it, and they did the bore the next day. They actually slept here. We had to offer them places to sleep, and which was something else, to be honest. After you hire a company today and then it spends the whole night without drilling. I had them around 2 p.m. and they came around 9 p.m., which means that they could not drive or travel during the day because they did not have the license plates. They did not have enough papers or something like that. So they had to arrive during the night time and start working the next morning, which is very sad. So they are not quite reliable, or they are not people that I would recommend for you to work with. But I've engaged with another bore drilling company that is called the Divine Bore Drilling. They have pegged another spot to drill another bore here up there, and they have found a better capacity, or they found a better source of water around that, another better maybe stream, if I may call it that way, not a capacity, sorry for that. So they found somewhere up there, and I believe that it's going to be a better option for us in our case, according to what they have said. There is high chances of getting better water, because they said actually there is a stream that goes down through here, going down there, and right down there there's actually another bore. Right, so in terms of the bore drilling, I would highly suggest getting a company like that, because I visited, I think, 3 bores they have drilled for my friends that are some of our followers here, some of our subscribers, our supporters, our family that is right on this channel. And they have drilled in my presence, because those people would hire me to go and do the project management for the bore drilling. And when I went there, I was surprised with the kind of breaks we could get when we were drilling. So here's the thing that they have mentioned that they have mastered. They have actually mastered the thing of survey. They are professional surveys. When they're looking to actually drill a bore in your place, they have to go around and look for the base spot that do have better water. And also they look for streams. They do like what is called a satellite survey. So when I'm talking of a satellite survey, they bring a drone and they make a satellite survey. I don't know how, I'm not really technical in this case, but I just give a basic information that I do know. But it's very good to actually visit some of the videos that I've done before, with them because they are on my channel, where they have mentioned how they conduct a satellite survey, how they conduct their geo survey, and what they should expect and how they do it. So we have a video right here on this channel that we have done with them. Right, moving on from there. You have just mentioned that what are your future plans with the projects for the farm? Wow, what a beautiful question. I think this is the most interesting question that I have to answer. I'm so excited about the future. Personally, I'm really excited. I want to lie guys to you and say that you know what, I don't know what will happen. Yes, we used to live that kind of lifestyle, but it has changed. Right. Okay, the future for the farm, looking at it right now, we have tried farming for the first time, and it really did two things. We have lost and we have won on the other side. And our losses, to be honest, they are lower than the wins. Right. The first thing that we have done here, we've tried to do carrots farming, we've tried to do maize farming here. And the carrots farming failed completely, 100%. Okay, let's say 500% lose. That's what we did on our carrots farming. And on the maize, I can say we have lost 60% loss, and we only got like 40%. Then on the sweet potato thing that we did, which is what we are looking to do the most in the future, we have done maybe 5 times profit, 5 to 6 or 7 times profit. Let me just say maybe 7 times profit. So that actually compensated the losses that we have done on the other projects we have done here on the plot, on the farm. Right. So that shows us the future with the sweet potato. That is actually the drive of the future, because our future is completely driven by our experience at this point. This is now different. When I'm now talking of where are we going, it's different from when I used to say things in October last year when I just arrived here. Things have changed. Why? Because I used to talk of okay, we are looking to try this. We are no longer trying. We're now doing exactly things that we have experienced on, and things that we do know work or do not work. We are now actually facing things that we do know, and we have expectations that are very specific. Right. So in terms of the future, our future plans are actually like this. This farm won't be enough for what we're doing. We need to actually borrow some farms, and in the near future we're going to request the government to actually offer us a big chunk of land. We need a lot of hectares, because I mean, we do not have enough land here. This is very small for our dreams. We need at least 100 hectares of land to do our farming. Yes. Why do I think we need over 100 hectares or 100 hectares? It's because I've realized that there's a lot of people that are here looking to offer support or collaborate with us, making our dream possible. A lot of people out here, they are there and looking to help us with something of that sort. And also with our little income that we get, we are able to actually scale a bit more than what we're doing here. This is just a play. This is just play, guys. We have already started our garden somewhere where we are doing our farming and we are doing our irrigation. We do not have irrigation here. And we are looking to get maybe a farm that is closer to water, or do our own dam, or I mean, invent our own dam with our name somewhere and start our own farming or scale it, because we want to do horticulture through all year round, so that we do not stop our farming in any month because we have harvested something and then we stop farming, or because there is no rainwater then we stop farming. This is what we're looking to do. Right. I think I've answered the future plans. And also we are looking to also do some value addition towards our farm produce. We do not just want to give people sweet potatoes and they eat and it ends there. We are looking to do some value addition to our own products that we produce here. Let's say, for example, I was talking to someone yesterday about the sweet potatoes that we plant here. after harvesting our sweet potatoes, we are also looking to create our own noodles out of our sweet potatoes. And the machine for noodles costs less than 20,000 US dollars. And of which, for that to be possible, we only need to sell 20 hectares of 20 hectares of vines that we can plant on a 5-hectare place, or 3 to 5 hectares. If we plant 3 to 5 hectares, we are able to buy our own machine that produce noodles out of sweet potatoes. Isn't that a brilliant idea? What do you guys think? Okay, let me know in the comment section if this is a brilliant idea. Why? Because the value addition in noodles is quite massive. Why? How much do noodles go for? Babe? Manudus anda mari? Manudus. 25 cents a pack. 25 cents a pack, and of which 25 cents a pack might come out of 2 sweet potatoes. I think 2 sweet potatoes can actually, of good size of sweet potatoes, obviously, that's what we're talking about. Because we do not look to put bad sweet potatoes on the market. So, if you produce a pack of noodles for 25 cents using the number of two sweet potatoes, that would be a great outcome from the project. Because if you are to count how much sweet potatoes you can get out of a hectare, that means you're already making a huge amount of money, to be honest. You can actually retain the money that you used to buy the machine in less than 3 months. in one season, sorry, because 3 months it's not really practical. Right, moving on from there, you have asked the question about, I would appreciate your advice on starting a business as well in Zimbabwe. From my experience, what are the key things for someone returning from another country should consider before investing? For example, okay, let me not go into your examples. Let me just go to the things that you have mentioned as examples already by also like putting it in my own way. I think, maybe let me just read it. Understanding the legal and regulatory requirements, registering the business and obtaining necessary licenses, access to land, premises, electricity, water and other infrastructure, and financing options and investing opportunities. I'm sure you guys have seen that when I read the part financing options. This one. Finding reliable supplies and employees. Common challenges, that retaining entrepreneurs prepare for. And building the right network for business contacts and professional advice. Right. If you are looking to be starting your own business in here, I think there's quite a lot of stuff that you need to look at. And the best thing you can do is making your move. Guys, to be honest, number one thing that I want to let you know, a lot of people in Zimbabwe are entrepreneurs. That is not something you should think twice about. It's the real fact and truth about Zimbabwe. Everyone is selling something. Everyone is actually trying to be an entrepreneur, not meaning that they are entrepreneurs, but because there are less jobs in Zimbabwe. There's no doubt about this. Yes, no arguments about it. So, since there are no jobs, since the jobs are scarce, people have started selling something. People have started businesses. People have started registering businesses. If there were a lot of jobs in Zimbabwe, people were not gonna do a lot of businesses. People would just go and work and get their money, and that's it. Some of new entrepreneurs could have not emerged, to be honest. Right, so in the case that you are coming into a saturated market of a lot of entrepreneurs, business people, be creative. Be creative. First thing you need to have is your own money. Your money talks a lot in this case. You need to have money that talks. When I'm talking of money that talks, I'm talking about being able to employ other people, being able to do better than other businesses, being able to create something that do not exist on the ground. Why? Because if you come with something similar to other people, you are going to face the same struggles that other people will just are facing or have faced, or you will not do better than them. Why? Because you do not have the market, you do not have a customer, you are not trusted by anyone. You need to create that trust, and it takes quite a lot of time. So first and first, you need to come with your maybe 5 months rental payments. You need to pay your rental payments like in advance, because you do not have the market. The market is not promising you anything. You need the experience. You need to come prepared to have some experience in the country. Yes, it's very important, because if you do not come prepared to actually learn, okay, how things are done, if you're not prepared to get no customer for the next 5 days or 8 or 2 weeks, or the whole month, you're not ready to come here, because you grow the customer base. You do not just wake up with a lot of customers. It's something that you actually work for. It's something that you create. You create a customer base as you grow, as you go. It takes time to create a customer base. So that's the first thing you need to make sure that you do. And secondly, as I said, they are actually like people are running businesses here. Now you need to actually be unique or be different from others. How? In terms of capital, your capital, if you want to do things that are common here or things that are a bit unique. Guys, what I've realized is that in Zimbabwe, we have different classes of business people. There are people who are doing business at a capital that most people do not have. If you are in that class, you have no competition, and the people running businesses that have less competition in Zimbabwe, they do not care about customer care. Then you come and you care about customer care. That means your business grows a bit quicker. For example, your point of entry, if it is a bit high in terms of finance, it means that you're already far. If you bring $50,000 to start a business in Zimbabwe, it means that you are already getting a business that most business cannot be like, or cannot compete. So what it means is that you have brought money that most businesses that you will be next to you cannot offer. You have things that those people cannot offer in your business already. It means that you're already unique. Why? Because most businesses are starting at $5,000, $2,000, $1,000. Most people, the whole saturated market is saturated by people who are doing the same thing and at a low capital base. Some start growing and they grow to an extent that they will become competitors, but it's less up there, but it's the most down here. So if you bring maybe a better capital, or if you have better money, if you have to actually work for at least 50, 100K, 200K, and then you start a business, you do not have to worry much, because the business you're going to start is more likely to have less competition, because those businesses are less in the country. I think that is the best I can answer it. Why? Let's talk of starting a resort. Resorts are getting visited a lot in Zimbabwe. People want to go out and chill. And starting a resort would need a lot of money. In terms of compliance, you have asked about regulations and the laws, whatever, that you have mentioned. Let me just go back to the question, what it says. Understanding the legal and regulatory requirements. So, in terms of compliance, you need to comply with a lot of things. Guys, there's a lot that needs to be followed when it comes to registering a company. To be honest, in terms of compliance, you need to have at least $2,000 on whatever that you want to do. $2,000 aside just for compliance. Because for a business to comply, I think a minimum of $2,000 might be needed if you're doing a proper business and a big business. Why? Because the Zimra will be coming from you on this other side. On everything, you need Zimra. And then there will be whatever, depending on what you are doing. If you are owning a place that needs to fall under a proper, under the, what do you call it? For example, if it is under hospitality, the health sector will be coming for you. There is compliance that needs to be followed. There is whatever the amount of money that they need, of which I do not know the specific amounts. But from what I've heard and from what I've seen with other people doing it, you need quite a good amount of money for compliance before you do anything. Let's move on to the next part, which is registering and obtaining necessary licenses. And all those comes as licenses. So once you follow those, you are obtaining licenses. So compliance needs money to be done in a proper way, and it's something that Zimbabwe is taking very serious these days. And then finding reliable suppliers. Now I don't know what you're going to be doing. Depending on what you're going to be doing, there are suppliers everywhere. If you are going to be importing your stuff maybe outside, or I don't know what kind of suppliers you're talking about. That depends on what you're doing. Building the right network and business contacts and professional advisors, that can be done the best if you are on the ground and once you have already started. And I think that's the best I can say for someone who is looking to come back to Zimbabwe and starting a business. Guys, most things you will see them whilst you are on the ground, because your experience can be different from the next person. And also, to be honest, let me just let you know something about people that are living in the rural areas like us. We do not really have much to be concerned about. We are far from the Zimra of yo, Zimra might be watching our video. We are far from a lot of compliance. We do our things quite freely here in the rurals, and we are not considered as people that are making money in most cases in the rurals. If you didn't know, maybe that might come in the near future, but at this point in time, we're not really considered as income generators in the rurals. They are not really concerned about us yet. So it's also a good opportunity here to be running something from from your backyard of the rural areas, where land is quite cheap and where you have land from your ancestors according to what the law says. Yeah. So anyways, guys, I think I've shared my thoughts about you retaining this side. The best thing you can do not hesitate. If you have a mindset, if you have, sometimes capital is not enough. There are people that do have money in their pockets, but they do not know how to use it properly. If you have a strategy, if you have an idea that you want to actually come and try, the best thing you can do is just return and try. We've done that without really much in our pockets, without really knowing what exactly is going to be. I have not done farming before, but I came here and I've tried it and it worked. I failed, and I've learned a lot out of what I've started. So the best thing you can do is making a step forward. Yes, a step forward is the best thing you can do. Without making any step, you will not see if it works or not. Yes, don't just listen to the news and read the news daily and think that things are bad. Decide, because the breaking news that you only get on the internet in most cases are the bad ones. The positive ones, you not hear about them. It will be quiet and nobody talks about anything positive. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. And if it is your first time being on my channel, make sure that you subscribe and like this video. Make sure that you share this information with someone that needs it. And guys, for my beautiful subscribers that always watch to the end, I really appreciate you. Please show up in the comments and just say hi. Yes, I know some of you do not have anything to comment. Just say hi. Let me know that you have watched it to this end, to this time. Thank you so much, guys, for being very loyal to the channel. We love you and we need to see you daily. Just that sometimes we really get busy and run out of content. Give us ideas. What do you want to watch next on this video, on this channel? Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope to see you on the next one. And after this statement that I've just mentioned, or whatever that I've just said, watch our commercial.